I think a reasonable amount of time passed for me to talk about this. Hey, what's up? It's me, Curiousjoi, and I'm here to talk about Kingdom Hearts. Not specifically Kingdom Hearts 3, but just Kingdom Hearts in general. We have waited, some of us, 13 years for Kingdom Hearts 3. Some of us had it pre-ordered since 2015. And now that we finally have it and beat it, it's time to talk about Kingdom Hearts as a whole. I know it's one of those things that everybody loves and everybody cherishes, but I wanted to talk about why I love it, and then I also want to answer some questions that you guys asked me, because I want to start doing monthly Q&As that's themed to a certain topic, so then that way not only am I talking about the topic, but I'm also answering your questions as well. So be sure to keep an eye out on the community tab, because that's when I'll be asking and announcing what the theme is. Anywho, let's talk about Kingdom Hearts. Why did I decide to go to the store and pick up Kingdom Hearts 1? Square Enix. I love Final Fantasy so much, so the second I saw that they were making a game that combined Final Fantasy elements and also Disney, and then I started playing it. I started falling in love with all these characters, mainly Riku, but then also Sora and Kairi, and then I got to see one of my favorite Disney characters, which is Goofy, battle with the shield and everything like that. So it was something that I just gravitated towards, and even though the story is very confusing and no one really knows what it's about, kind of maybe now that 3 came out, I still loved every minute of it. I still did countless hours trying to beat it. I battled, I beat Sephiroth, I did all that stuff for 1 and 2. So when 3 was here, I was ready. I have not played a game straight for hours, barely even sleeping, in a very long time. It was to the point where I fell asleep with the controller in my hand. I was fighting and I was hanging out and I was like, yeah, this is so cool. Sometimes you gotta know when you're tired. The game didn't put me to sleep. I fell asleep because I was tired for playing hours and hours and hours, 4 or 5 days straight, trying to get through the story so that way I didn't get spoiled on the internet. But man, was it worth it. It was definitely one of those things where I probably had 3 games made me cry when I was playing them that I can remember. 1 was Chrono Trigger, 2, Uncharted 4, and now Kingdom Hearts 3. But Kingdom Hearts 3 made me ugly cry because there was just certain moments and certain aspects of it that I was just like, I'm so glad I'm not streaming this because it would be a nightmare. But it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of blast. But I do have some little nitpicky things that aren't spoilers. But one of my things is I usually beat games on the hardest difficulty, but I wanted to get through the story. And if I remembered Kingdom Hearts what it was very hard on standard mode growing up, and so I was playing Birth by Sleep before this one came out, and I was playing it on easy, and I was having a difficult time on easy for some reason. I don't know, so that's what I expected, and I wanted to make sure that I beat it in a reasonable amount of time to be able to browse the internet. I think I died only because of my own stupidity 3 times, and then it was just, I breezed right through it. And I was like, maybe I should have picked it on proud mode because I am breezing through this game like there's no tomorrow. And another thing, it is kind of mildly spoilery, but not really, because it has nothing to do with the actual story. I wanted a certain somebody to come back in this game that is not a basic Kingdom Hearts character, and I did not get that. Yes, I spoke of his name earlier in this video, but I was very sad. That's like a nitpicky thing. It's like one of those things where you have expectations, and you shouldn't have expectations, because once you don't get your expectations met, you're gonna get sad. This is accounting for every single thing, everything. Just don't expect it. So that's like a nitpicky thing. I know it's a nitpicky thing. It's something that I wanted that it wasn't there, but the end and everything that happened in Kingdom Hearts 3 made it all worth it and made me forget all of my little nitpicky things, except the fact that it was easy, because it was really easy. But now that you know why I like Kingdom Hearts, or why I gravitated toward Kingdom Hearts, why I like it, I guess, is because the story is about heart, and then it's just every time a Kingdom Hearts game came out, even though this took a very long time to get there, it was always something that you needed to hear. It was always about friendship. It was always about fighting the darkness and getting the light, and it's just things that you deal with, and I just love the storytelling. I don't know, I can't really explain it. It's one of those instances where 3 was announced and 3 came out, and I was just I didn't realize how attached I was to this game until I actually had it in my hand, and I was like, I am really attached to this game. that I still don't know the full story about. Kind of know it now, obviously. I didn't play any of the side games because I didn't own a PSP at a certain time, and 3DS, I had them, but I just wasn't into it. It came out during a time where I was like really focused on college, so I didn't really have time. But yeah, that is what I had to say, but let me answer some of your questions. How do you think Sora has evolved throughout the games? I think Sora has definitely evolved, like how normal people transition from children to adulthood, but even though he was just always still a child. Kingdom Hearts 1, he was very whiny, he was very like, I don't know what's going on, Kairi, Kairi, Kairi. And then as soon as 2 starts hitting, you guys started getting a little bit more sassy, like, yeah, I'm a Keyblade wielder. Psh, you can't talk to me this way. And then in 3, he's definitely super sassy, and it's just, I love seeing that growth of him being so lost and so not knowing what to expect, and just not having the confidence to him actually getting confidence, because he just really was intact with who he was. And that's how I think he has evolved, and his just battle systems have gotten better. He can freaking climb on walls now. What has been my favorite part of the whole Kingdom Hearts series? Funny enough, the favorite thing about the Kingdom Hearts series, it was traveling through different Disney worlds until 3. Until I beat Kingdom Hearts 3, that was my favorite thing about the series. But now that I beat 3, my favorite thing about the entire series is Riku, Sora, Organization 13, and just that group of people. It's changed. What boss fight do I wish was in Kingdom Hearts 2? I think you mean 2. I'm gonna go ahead and say 2. I wish that we had Gaston. I know we have Beauty and the Beast, we had Beast in 1 and 2, but I wish we could have fought my favorite villain in all of Disney, which is Gaston. Come on, tell me how amazing would that be if you were able to recreate the Beast and Gaston fight on top of the Beast's castle. That'd be awesome. What was my favorite boss battle to face and why? My favorite boss battle to face is nothing to do with the story, but it is definitely Sephiroth. Fighting Sephiroth is one of the greatest things because I'm a huge Final Fantasy fan, so of course it was going to be something geared towards Final Fantasy, but he was so difficult that it took like weeks for me to beat him, and when you finally did, you got such a nice payoff. You got a nice little Keyblade. It's amazing, and I loved it, and it was just super challenging, and yeah. Sephiroth, 100%. My next Disney Pixar character, DLC or potential for Kingdom Hearts 4. Just gonna go back and say Gaston again somehow, way, shape, or form. I know, I just want him in the game. Just let me play against Gaston, please. I need it. What's my favorite world to visit and what would I add? My favorite world to visit, not in 2. But was Little Mermaid. What world would I add if I could? I would like to have like a Hunchback of Notre Dame and maybe even Pocahontas. And the last question is, would I like to see the Kingdom Hearts series turn to a movie and stuff like that? And I think I've answered this before. It should stay a video game. I do not want a Kingdom Hearts movie. I do not want, don't even do it. But yes, that is it for me. Let me know in the comments below what drew you to Kingdom Hearts and what are your favorite things that you like about it and the story and everything. But if you do talk about spoilers, please list them as spoilers if possible. If not, that sucks. But yes, that is it for me. Until next time, I'll see you guys later.